Hey everybody, we're back. Look, it's not just me. It's D-Man.
I
And oh my god, look who it is. Does this make 2 weeks in a row?
It
consistent.
does. That's awesome. I like that.
So, how's everybody doing this fine Monday, the 27th? January's almost over.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the first month of 2025 is already gone.
Yep.
And what do we have to show for it? A lot of great stuff, but still. So how you guys been? What are you playing? What are you doing? Let's start with you, Nick.
There's a game that's been out for a while, and I'll play it every once in a while with my buddy when we have time. It's called It Takes Two.
Yep. Yep.
Really, really well done game. We're almost done, but it's a little frustrating at times. But it's a lot of fun. Really, really well done platformer. Really clever, and the artwork and everything is fantastic. So if you haven't played it, definitely check out It Takes Two. And you literally need two people. You can't play it by yourself. Though I don't know if there is a bot counterpart, but I think you definitely need. I don't know. Check it out. It Takes Two.
Yeah, I think that was on the docket for my wife and I to play together a while ago, but we never got
It's
to
worth it, man. Great looking
Is
game.
that it?
It's a lot
That's
of
the
fun.
only thing you've been playing?
Yep.
All righty. D-Man?
I might have continued Okami, but I started playing Ninja Gaiden. So
The first one you were playing, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I jumped in. I
It's fun,
finally
man.
actually saw your stream. I actually got a notification for it. I
That's
was
good.
like, wow, that's like the first one ever. So
Yeah, it's
how
it's
you been
good.
enjoying it?
I love it. It's very addicting.
It's a difficult
I'm
game.
definitely gonna play it more tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream it. My internet has been acting up, so if not, whatever. I'm just gonna play it. But it's very addicting, and I can't wait to get onto 2 Black, which just came out.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to
That-
playing that too.
It's funny that you say that because that's what I've been playing. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black it just took me back. I forgot how good that game was on the 360. Now it just runs so buttery smooth. I'm playing it, Series X via Game Pass. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Otherwise, my wife and I finished Dark Knights with Poe and Monroe, the one that I said I was playing last week. We decided to finish it. It's a interesting game, multiple endings, and each chapter has its own path, which is really really nifty. So we're gonna go back and play through and get some of the other outcomes. But there you go, Dave. Yes, now drink. Make sure you have plenty of shots. There you go. And no, Dave, we didn't ask you. We didn't ask you.
That Poe and Monroe game got a lot of really high scores. That's cool.
It was a game that we found when we went to this game store on the southwest coast of Florida. I'm brain farting where we were, and I just happened to find this place, and lo and behold, it turned out to be a place that John had told me about. Didn't even realize it. 8-Bit Hall of Fame or something like that, and they had a bunch of PS4 games that I'd never heard of, and my wife just started going, I want that one, that one, that one. And we just bought like maybe 6 or 7 different PS4 games, never heard of it, and she really enjoyed it. So, yep.
Are they even like with the videos? Is it like that Sega CD kind of like quality?
No, it's
much better.
Blu-ray quality.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
that's-
when
that's good.
we're talking about video quality, it's good.
Yeah.
But the acting they're British, so
Okay.
yeah, and the chick, she's British, but she tries to do an American accent. It's just weird the entire time. But it's a fun game. once you get used to the way the decisions are made, it's okay. The only thing is, until you've made the decision, you don't realize what the decision is that you're making, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, unlike other games where it'll say, "Oh, choose this or this," no, it's just two little icons on two different things going, "Why is it on those things?" And then you end up finding out after you click on it. So, but whatever, is what it is. So, there really hasn't been much going on. Like
No.
the developer direct for Xbox, that's about it. But we had some pretty beefy games. We already mentioned one, Ninja Gaiden Black 2. We got Doom: The Dark Ages. What was the other one? Immortals 33 or Room
Expedition
what was it?
33.
Expedition 33, and then the other piece of garbage that nobody wants, a Sweet Baby Inc. game. So
Yeah, I don't know what
that's-
that game really was. That's the only one that didn't really catch my interest.
Yeah, it's
I like the
it's
art style's
SPI,
cool,
so
but I
nobody
just
likes it.
yeah,
See,
but
the
it-
art style has that weird frame skip animation. I freaking hate that. Like it just you know when you see something and it just gives you goosebumps because or it's like looking at that animation is like nails on a chalkboard to me. It does the same thing. I just hate that style of animation.
What was it called?
I don't know what that game was- I don't know what that game was called.
I know it's
kinda-
made
I
by
kinda-
Compulsion Games. That's it.
I kind of want to see
But
it.
John would know. Yeah, I forget. But I'm gonna say I was pretty shocked to see the trailer open up, the whole thing open up with Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't even announce it. They just released it,
Nope.
right?
Yeah, they just went, here's the trailer. Like, the only thing we got out of that, I think, was the leak that they were going to announce a big Japanese franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But it was weird to see at the end of every trailer PS5. That was weird. That was strange for an Xbox developer direct. But what did you guys think about? You watched it, Nick, right?
Some of it, not all of it.
Okay. D-Man, did you watch the whole thing?
Yes. Yeah. I went through it. Yep.
What did you guys think about Ninja Gaiden 4?
Dude, I mean it. Like I dabbled in Ninja Gaiden 1 many years ago. I never owned them. I think I had a friend who had them, or I rented them, or whatever. But it made me say I almost was gonna get a physical copy, but I'm not going to currently because I was like, oh, Game Pass, it has all these games. So, Xbox fan once again.
Xbox is dead.
No, they are dead because the games are all. It literally
All
says
coming onto
PS5 at the
PC
end
and PS5.
on all of them. They had their own
Yeah.
direct, and it had PS5 on the end of every game. So that
Yeah.
is exactly why Xbox is dead.
It's
Or
a
they would
service now.
specifically-
It's a publisher.
Yeah, or they would specifically have just Xbox. They wouldn't have the other
Yeah.
names on there.
They're
So
Sega.
Xbox is dead. Like they will make another console, whatever, but Xbox as a brand with first party games as a whole is dead. It is done. You're not getting any more exclusives. You'll get Game Pass. That can help you save some money, but it's done. Xbox is which is crazy. It's crazy, but they goofed. They goofed with the Series X. They goofed. They delayed Halo. Halo wasn't done. It wasn't ready for the launch of the console. They goofed with that. The PlayStation 5 had like 4 games at launch. It was ready. It was set. It was done. And Xbox had absolutely nothing at launch for the Series X. And that's where they goofed up. If they wouldn't have goofed up at launch for the Series X and Series S with games right at launch, then it would have been a solid, possibly a solid console all the way through the generation. And that started just a slow downhill.
Preach, good sir. Preach. Yes, you are 110% correct. The Xbox as we know it is a dead brand. The consoles are dead. It doesn't matter what they're saying. Oh, we have faith in our consoles, well, in our hardware. Shut up, Phil. Him and his Ozempic face. Have you guys seen the comparison image of him doing the what was I think a developer direct in like 2021 compared to now? He's got Ozempic face where it's like really drilling.
Well, I mean,
it was weird.
He wasn't looking healthy.
No,
in
in
one of
that
these
one,
the latest, yeah, he was like looking sick.
Yeah.
like cancer or something. And I
A
was like
lot of
actually
people are
concerned.
saying stuff like that.
I want to touch
So-
up on a couple things here. Graphic God said exclusives do not make a difference. Yes, they absolutely do.
Tell that to
Because
Nintendo.
you can absolutely tell that to Nintendo for one.
Yeah, look at Nintendo.
And yes, PlayStation 5 games come to PC, so maybe the console doesn't sell as well. But the thing is like if you look back, let's take a look back at the PS4 generation before their games were coming to PC. Like God of War 2018, Spider-Man 1, like big games like that sold so many copies because they were and people wanted a PlayStation 4 because they wanted to play those big first-party games. Like the PS4 generation was Sony, like peak Sony since PS2. PS3 was a little rocky. PS4 they had so much. That's like the generation that really got me heavy back into gaming was the PS4 generation because there were so many good first-party AAA games for PlayStation, and then Nintendo once the Switch came around, but that was a few years later. But like the PlayStation 4 was like, I really want this thing. There is all these games that were like when God of War was revealed, because I figured they would do a fourth one down the line because how 3 ended. But when that game was revealed, the sheer hype levels was so high because people waited like it was like 4 years since 3 came out or something once they revealed the next game.
Mhm.
And that's all you need. Same with Uncharted 4. When Uncharted 4 was revealed, people were really hyped. Now gaming is a little slippery other than probably Nintendo. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. When was the last time you heard anybody get super hyped over any PlayStation game? What about any Xbox game? Well, we don't really have Xbox games anymore, so
I mean, I think
third-party games, yeah, like Doom. That's about it.
I
but
would
that's-
say God of War Ragnarok did a lot. Had a bit of hype, but not as much as 2018.
Yeah,
I'd
I
say.
agree. I agree with you.
And I'm trying to think. Like again, like Spider-Man 2 had a lot of hype because Spider-Man 1 was crazy good. But still, Spider-Man 1 is still technically
I didn't
better.
even see that kind of hype for. Yeah, for Spider-Man 2, it was like, oh, great, it's Spider-Man 2, but the hype, remember where you would turn around and see it everywhere? To me, that was like, I think the last time we saw anything like that was Grand Theft Auto 5, but I'm really trying to think what other game was everywhere. The only thing that we're close to now, and it kind of died off because it got pushed back I don't know how many times, is probably Metroid Prime 4.
That is true. That is true. And I would say I would argue
Smash
not
Ultimate?
yes, Smash Ultimate. I would definitely argue. I went to the midnight launch for that game, and it's the best midnight launch I ever went to at a GameStop. There was over 100 people, and it was the same night as the Game Awards. And when Joker was revealed, the whole building just went crazy, and it was awesome. That game did generate a lot of hype.
Yeah, yeah. John really doesn't like the new Fable, but I don't think anybody does. Neither does Microsoft. That's why they went radio silence, and it's probably 2026. A lot of people are saying 2026, but Gears looks pretty good.
I think other than Nintendo with whatever they're coming around with the Switch 2 generating a little bit of hype, even though we don't have much going on yet, I think the hype levels for that will definitely grow come April. I think the only other thing that's like massive right now that's like, oh my gosh, yes, is GTA 6 with like the audience of
that's
gaming.
Probably getting pushed back too.
I mean, they talked about that
so.
already.
Yeah,
it's gonna get pushed back. And
I
also,
do think
you're gonna pay $100 for it.
Before.
You're gonna pay $100 for it.
I'm not.
There we go. I forgot about that.
That I don't think I could do 80. I get it, but don't. The only reason they want to do 100 if they actually were to do something like that is because they know it's going to sell. The game's going to sell more than any video game like ever made. The trailer has like 250 million views. It is the biggest video game of all time,
and a positive like to dislike ratio.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, because when was the last time we saw a big AAA studio put out a trailer and it got a positive like to dislike ratio? Look at Ubisoft. Look at EA. Everything's been thumbs down to oblivion. Because, well, they're all putting out a bunch of garbage.
Straight to the comments. I go straight to the comments in those videos.
Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter was positive as well. I forgot about that. And isn't that next month too?
I feel like, yeah. the end of next month. I feel like Capcom, for the most part, generally, I mean, they're doing really well. I think a lot of their games get pretty positive uplikes versus dislikes with the majority of what Capcom's been doing
Ninja Gaiden
for
did
the
too.
past while. Because Capcom's been going really, with the exception of a little bit of like a 7 out of 10 Resident Evil 3 remake. I think since like 2017 when Resident Evil 7 came out, I think since then most of their games have just been very solid.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one that hasn't been good. And even my favorite game of, I guess you could say, of 2023, because it's now been out almost a year and a half. Oh, more than a year and a half now, is Exoprimal. Sadly, the game's dead, but it's really hard to get 2 full 10-player games. But I thought it was a fantastic multiplayer shooter.
It's because Capcom is they're even taking stuff from their fan base by doing those questionnaires and stuff.
Yep.
Capcom cares about their fans these days. Like, it's amazing when you look back to Capcom 10 years ago during those dark times when they made DMC Devil May Cry and made just like so much like bad stuff, and then you look at them now and the past like 8 years, how much they've been crushing it, and they brought back Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like, I don't know how they even managed to do that, and now they have another collection coming.
Infinite. Infinite was so good.
Oh gosh!
All right, that was a little rocky road there.
That game flopped big time.
Hey,
did it
but
not?
Maximilian dude fixed it. They came out. They made like a new edition or something.
Yeah.
That people could buy and play, which kind of made it a little better. Like
I heard about it. It's Infinite something.
Yeah.
But it's still Infinite. I mean, the art is awful. The combos are awful. It's now 1v1. It's just, it felt like they just ripped assets from 3 Ultimate, which they actually did, and mishmashed this thing together just to get it out there. And it was just a.
I'm confident after these Capcom collections that they're making that a new MVC will get a 4th game in the future, like an actual MVC 4, and it'll have.
Well, one thing I do know, it depends on how the collection sells.
Yeah. Also
to
true.
Basically judge interest. So.
Which I imagine that the one with MVC2 sold crazy well.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So, well, we don't know the final numbers yet. We're waiting for those. But I think I was really skeptical about going into 2025 because 2024 was probably one of the worst games. I mean, one of the worst years in gaming history. Period.
There was a lot of slow months.
But everything they put out was a disaster. I mean, there was. Can you name a big game that actually did well? All the big AAA games, your Concord, your Dragon Veil Failguard, your Star Wars Outlaws, everything was awful. Yeah, even the new FIFA, what is it now? FC something bombed.
Well, I'm glad they bombed because it shows like that stop making garbage.
Right.
Stop making garbage games that nobody cares
and
about.
I will say that because, I went to PAX West last year, Nintendo had like the biggest booth. It was awesome. I would say Monster Hunter was like the big draw, like outside of Nintendo. Dragon Ball didn't have much of a line, surprisingly. It was consistent, but it was like, dude,
Sparking Zero?
Yeah. Like you got to get in line pretty quick.
Believe it or not, and this is, we're used to, as I used to work around video games at gaming retail, even though Dragon Ball is so popular, the games are still very niche. And they kind of pump them out like there's no tomorrow. But the fan base doesn't seem as what is the term? Doesn't have the fervor that other fan bases do when it comes to gaming. So it's a little weird, but I completely understand.
Yeah. John brings up a good point. Indiana Jones. I've heard the game was fantastic. Or it's done really, really well.
I heard it's really good. Really good.
But they didn't. What they didn't.
Right. I heard it was good, but I didn't hear it was fantastic. Some people are saying there's like the first person elements kind of hold it back.
No, my buddy says it's awesome. He said it works really, really well. I mean,
well, like I said, it depends on I guess who you're watching. I was looking at I got some of that from the Before You Buy from Game Ranks. They were saying it feels like it should have been like a third person. and it could have been a little more if it was third person.
I mean,
But
IGN gave it
I
a
haven't
9
played
out
it.
of 10. GameSpot gave
Well,
it a 9 out of
IGN.
10. Metacritic gave it an 86%. Like, that's huge, man.
But the problem is, how are the sales?
Well,
True.
I mean, didn't they because it was released day one on Game Pass?
Yeah.
But this is what Xbox wants to do.
Wow, Dave said I should start playing games.
Ha!
What? I'm the only one here that's played multiple games this week. Come on. Yeah, I've actually played multiple games. And you know what? I've even gone back and I'm playing my Polymega. I was playing Paperboy 2 for Super Nintendo. Yeah. And what? So yeah, I was actually playing quite a few games on my Polymega. So I've been doing more retro gaming. So
Dude, my buddy Ninja Toils, shout out. He got me for my birthday Star Fox 64, but in Japanese version, like complete in box.
Oh,
nice. I was gonna say,
Nice.
was it CIB?
Yeah, with the Rumble Pack, everything was
Nice.
amazing.
That's cool.
I would like to play that and see what the differences are. If there are any,
Nothing.
I don't know. Do
Yeah,
that?
I have it
besides
in
the-
Japanese, and if you have the Switch, you can play the Japanese one. Just create a Japanese account.
does
The game's the same.
yeah? Do they speak English or Japanese?
Japanese.
They see that would be cool to
Yeah.
experience. And if you didn't know, if you want to play Japanese games on your Nintendo 64, all you have to do is grab a donor cart, get the lock screws in the back, pull the back part of an American cart, and then swap it out on the Japanese one. You boom. That's
There's-
it. That was their safety.
There are two other ways. It depends on one is not going to cost you a thing. The other one is Hyperkin makes a little adapter. It's a little tray that goes in there, and $12, boom, you can play any Japanese game. Now, if you don't mind modding your console, you just open up the Nintendo 64. There are two little notches. Break them off. You can play anything.
That's what it was.
So you have the option. Since I have a Funtastic Orange, I bought the adapter because I didn't want to break that off.
Those
But, yeah.
oranges are worth money.
200 something now. I don't know.
it's
But we've gotten off a topic. We've kind of strayed away. Back to the games that they showed at the Developer Direct. What was the best thing you guys saw there?
You should already know my answer. I pre-ordered that baby right off the bat.
Expedition 33?
Totally. No, come on now.
Game looks pretty good though.
Doom Eternal. I pre-ordered that collector's right off the bat after watching that. I was like,
Doom
oh,
Eternal?
Doom: The Dark
Doom,
Ages.
Doom the Dark Ages. Yeah, what does that... Dude, I still have my Doom helmet here, and I don't know. I gotta sell it, dude.
See, I was actually they sent me the Bethesda shop sent me an email right before we got on, and I'm looking at it, and it's $200. And depending on which one you get, you can get the Xbox with a physical disc or the PlayStation one with a physical disc. And I was like, the PC one's a code. Of course it is, because you don't own anything on PC. So I'm like, $200 is a lot, but it didn't sell out. So
Dude, I mean, you had 12-inch
statue's
Doom
nice.
Slayer, dude.
It is. It is.
That looks pretty
I
freaking
said-
awesome. I'm looking at it right now.
I said if they were doing a collector's for the third game and it was a statue of Doom Slayer, I had to do it. I had to, man.
my wife, there you go, Dave, asked me if I was going to buy it. And I'm like, it would be a great video to make, but $200 is a lot. And this year is the year where I'm only buying games if I can either make a video out of it or actually play it. So I've decided to kind of hold back on just buying everything I saw. So, but that collector's edition though.
Bethesda's making another Fallout Pip-Boy diecast for $200. Wow, that looks really nice.
Do you have it pulled up?
I do.
Can you share it?
Yeah. No, I'm just on Bethesda's website right now, and
Yeah, and then maybe you can pull up the collector's edition too, so we could take a look at both. So, because like I said, I saw the email and it looks if I didn't look at the email, I probably wouldn't have bought it. So
That looks really great.
That does look really great.
that looks real.
Yeah.
I like how
Yeah.
everything uses Klarna now. It's like 4 interest-free payments.
Let me see here. Is that a real screen on there? Or it's just it has a functioning TFT LCD screen.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay. For $200, not bad. I mean, you see crazy people that 3D print and make their own at home. But let's go to the Doom. That's impressive. That's cool.
Is it a smartwatch or is it just a regular watch?
Let me see here. A perfect replica. Die-cast front. Memory foam cuff liner.
It's got FM radio. That's
Yeah.
Display grid. Let me see here. Animated TFT LCD plays over 45 different
cool.
screens taken directly from those shown on the
No,
Pip-Boy
it's
and
not a
in the
smartwatch.
Yeah, FM radio, rechargeable battery. How would it not have like a watch function on it though?
Well,
You know
yeah,
what I
it has
mean?
a watch function. It does say that a clock watch display.
Timepiece with
with alarm.
in-universe clock watch display with alarm function.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's what I was looking for.
But yeah, pull up that Doom Collector's Edition. And yes, I bought some stuff from Bethesda store for the holidays. I got this really cool ESO hoodie. It was $80. I got it for $30. I was like, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, always buy stuff from them during the holidays, or they usually have a random big sale during the year. I bought a lot of clearance Elder Scrolls stuff for pennies on the dollar, like $5-10 shirts that are normally $30 or $40. So you can get a lot of good Bethesda gear, if you will, from the shop. It's really nice.
Key card replica in a steel book. Okay.
Yep.
And I know my wife is in the chat, so she can see that I think I really want this. I really do.
You see the
that's cool
Void
skin.
Doom Slayer skin. Oh, you get an extra skin. I mean,
Look at that, but like that statue, because the Dark Age Doomslayer, and
Yeah.
what I heard about this, you saw it in the video. If you guys had watched the trailer, we can't actually play the trailer because we'll get content strike because of how gory and the how graphic it is. So I had an issue with Doom Eternal with that, but apparently this takes place before Doom 2016. So if you didn't play Doom 2016, it don't matter.
that's
Yep.
cool. I hope they make a lot of money with this game.
I think the
Those
coolest
Doom
thing.
games are so good.
I think the coolest thing about this game is you can adjust the speed of your gameplay. That is insane.
That is a little weird to me that you
Yeah.
can adjust everything on the fly.
Yeah.
That means you could make it the easiest game in the world and have them go boop, 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 and you just boom, 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 boom.
Well, I mean, I could see why they did that because, again, I still have to finish the
I
last one.
know people that even Doom 2016 was a little rough for them, but Eternal, like, that'll make some people like sick. So
Eternal, dude, you have to keep moving.
Oh,
that
for
was
sure.
moving.
that
It's
was
insane.
run and gun to
Right.
sorry, jump and gun, as they
Yeah.
said it in the trailer.
Yeah.
That was jump and gun. Yeah,
And in those
I got
areas,
that.
dude, you're running around. You gotta you're running out of ammo. You have to do glory kills and all this stuff. Get more things.
I was just getting frustrated with Eternal when it comes to platforming in a first person game. I've never been that good at those because I don't know. Being trained on third person like the Mario games and stuff, you always see your character. So it's always been hard for me to do first person in platforming.
action-packed prequel. Since Medieval War Against Hell, this is gonna be great. I'm sure it's gonna get great reviews.
Oh yeah.
10 out of 10s.
The chance of this not getting Game of the Year, it's like the only other big thing that even stands a chance at going toe to toe with it is probably Monster Hunter Wilds.
If GTA 6 gets delayed, then yeah, which it likely is.
I'm almost certain. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
I'll stop shitting.
But if we get a 3D Mario, there's that as well. If it's like insanely good,
Yeah,
open
that's
world
gonna
3D Mario.
be.
If that's this year, that'll be up for Game of the Year.
I-
Expedition
I-
33 might.
Maybe Gears of War E-Day, because that is coming out this year.
That is also
But-
another possibility.
But the other company working on it is People Can Fly. People Can Fly did Gears of War Judgment, which is considered the second worst Gears of War game, with 5 being the absolute worst of all the Gears games. So
Can't once on
that doesn't say much. So yeah,
If we get, I'm just wondering. Let's go back to Switch 2. What do you think the odds are we're getting a new Super Mario game this year with Switch?
this
High.
year.
I think it'll be the holiday game. The console's going to launch in the
Okay.
middle of the year with Mario Kart, and I think that
Yeah.
open world 3D Mario is going to be the holiday game. I'll stand by
With
that.
I was going
I
to say
kind of,
with Metroid, but I think
I'm
Metroid
with
is
D-Man
gonna
on
come out.
this.
I
I
don't
bet
think
you
Metroid
it's going.
Prime 4 is not going to be their holiday game because that's not going to sell like crazy during the Christmas time. The Mario, a brand new 3D Mario is going to sell way more.
Mario.
That and Mario Kart with the new console, both during the holiday time. People wait until
And
the
new
holidays.
F-Zero and new Star Fox, yeah.
Oh my gosh, we need a Star Fox stat, dude. We need a new
I
Star
want a new-
Fox.
After they said, I forget who it was at Nintendo said, they haven't made a new F-Zero because there's nothing new for them to do. So there's no reason for them to make another one. I'm like, it's been 20 years. Give us another one.
I don't get that. Nintendo is so creative with
Oh, yeah. You know what?
games like
John's got us all right there.
Mario Paint 2.
A Mario Paint 2. I bet you if they made a Mario Paint, it would be pretty impressive. What did they have? Didn't they have like kind of like a Mario Paint for the 3DS? Like not, I wouldn't call it Mario Paint, but they had it. They had some sort of game where you use the stylus. Maybe I might be making it up. I don't know. But I mean 3DS.
Wait. There was a game on the 3DS where you use the stylus.
That's a lot.
I
True.
I have no clue.
Mario.
It's pretty vague. Fair.
But I don't know. But what do you guys think about Doom on the Switch 2? I covered this in a video that YouTube decided to show to absolutely nobody.
It should be on there.
Absolutely.
Well, apparently, the reason why it wasn't on that video, on that trailer package at the end, is because Nintendo didn't want anybody to know yet, and they want to tell people when they want to tell people, pretty much.
Sounds about right.
Makes sense.
So when they say, now you can tell everybody, then the companies will release. Even the third-party companies will be like, okay, we're making this for the Switch 2 now, even though the Switch 2 has been announced. So that's pretty much what's going on with Doom. Now, I honestly do want to play it on the Switch 2 because I want to see how well that plays.
Yeah,
But-
that's a true test right there.
It would be a really good kind of not litmus test, but it would be a good
There's a lot going on in it.
to see how the system runs because I can only imagine that it would
Apparently it's
just
powerful
push it really heavily.
Right. I don't think it'll run in 4K, but I think it can definitely run at
guarantee it won't.
1080 at 60 frames with
1920
DLSS. I
1080.
think it can do it.
With DLSS.
From what we've heard, I think it can do it. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're talking about the power or a little bit stronger than a Steam Deck.
Well, see,
Dude,
I've heard it's Series S level, and Series S can run the new Doom.
Because what was that? When I was playing Life of Alana in 1920 by 1080, dude, it was struggling on my Steam Deck. Not only that, there was a game I was playing called Somerville, and my Steam Deck was struggling playing that game, man. I was playing that thing I keep the diagnostics up on the corner when I play my games on Steam Deck, and dude, the game was very difficult for it to get 30 FPS at 1920 by 1080.
The thing is, where are these people saying it's just a little more powerful than a Steam Deck? A Steam Deck is what, 4-year-old tech now, maybe more.
Well,
It's like
didn't you
people are just
mention
making it up.
someone I saw from somewhere mention like
Yeah,
I don't
that's the
know.
thing. Even the leaks show that the potential leaks show that it's more powerful than a Steam Deck. So I don't know where people are saying this, I would say if it's closer to any handheld, maybe an ROG Ally X, but the Series S seems to be what everything is pointing at, which
Yeah,
makes a ton of sense.
everything I'm looking around at seems like the Switch 2 will be more powerful than the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
It
that's
has to. It
everything
doesn't
I've
make any
seen.
sense that it's
Right.
that it wouldn't.
Mhm.
I'm
So,
looking
and-
right now on a Reddit post.
And the Steam Deck is just kind of, outdated tech. You might as well throw it out. It's kind of worthless these days because it can't play anything well. Like, not gonna lie, even my old my Asus ROG Ally, that's technically only 2 years old, is now starting to have issues with certain games. So I'm like, hey, and the Steam Deck's even older than that. So it's
I'm looking at this was 4 months ago, so I wouldn't take this verbatim, but the person says raw power is half the story. If the leaks are true, it looks like the Switch 2 will have 12 gigabytes of RAM and a processor, the NVIDIA T239. That's a streamlined T234. Steam Deck has 16 gigs of RAM and an AMD Z1X processor, so more RAM and slightly less processing power for CPU/GPU. It's close to a wash in terms of spec sheets.
See, I saw that from one source, and then nobody else could corroborate. So I'm like, throw it out the window, because that's just take it with like an entire, salt shaker of salt.
I'm trying to find something more up to date in the meantime here. And
And like John was saying, the Steam Deck will not be able to run the new Doom. So yeah, Steam Deck can't run a lot of things unless you're playing it in like, dumb little kid mode kind of thing.
I imagine Steam's gonna make a new Steam Deck at some point.
They have to.
Then the next few years, yeah, especially to compete with the competition. That makes sense.
D-Man, I did want to ask, you did order the Doom Collector's Edition, right?
Yeah,
What did you order it on? For what system?
it's PS5.
Okay. See, I've played all the last ones on Xbox.
Yes, yeah, I played the first one on PC, and then Eternal I played on Xbox. So I'm like, I'll go with PS5.
Yeah, mine was, what was it? Xbox One for Doom 2016, and then Doom Eternal I played on Xbox One X and then Series X. This one, I'm like, I'm probably going to get it on PS5 just because I have the PS5
You got that Pro. Yeah, you got that Pro.
It's more powerful than the Series X, so it's like, and with nothing being exclusive to the Series X anymore, it's almost like, why bother?
Yeah.
That was my thing. If it was an Xbox exclusive, or if it came out on both, of course I was going to play it on the Series X because it was just the most powerful system. Now it's not. So, and now that there's no Xbox exclusives, what is the point of owning a Series X? And it's kind of tough to justify buying a new game. But if it's on Game Pass and I'm like, okay, like Ninja Gaiden Black 2, then I'm like, all right, I'll play it there instead of spending $50 on the PlayStation version, unless I have to have a physical version. But Black 2 is only going to be physical on PlayStation via, I think it's PlayAsia. I think that's the only place to get it. So
really?
Wow, Dave, you're a troll.
I know. I saw that. I'm like, I'm not even understanding that.
Dave, this is what I say to you, Dave.
Huh?
There you go. Yeah, I read that, and that's exactly what I did. I was like, he's a troll. He is a troll. So, oh, here we go. Doom on PC with my 4090 over 120 frames per second guaranteed.
With the
4090.
4090? Yeah, I think so. So,
So,
dude, that
aren't
CPU
you
is so
getting a
big I can't even
5090?
fit it in my PC tower. It's huge.
But wait, I thought you were getting a 5090.
No way. It's a $2,000 GPU.
I thought it was like a $5,000 GPU.
I think it might be $4,000.
It's stupid.
Jeez.
It's stupid.
But their lower end 5000 series is like $600, and it outcompetes.
That's still a lot.
It outcompetes a 4090, dude. See, this is where I need to look up a 4000 series GPU, a mid one now, because now they'll be cheaper.
See, that's the thing where, again, I got a console that can play everything and I don't need to worry about that crap. And if it comes out on the PlayStation 5, I can play it on my PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the best version of it on my PS5 Pro. I don't have to worry about that. That's why PC, and I'm like, I have a 3060 Ti, and you know, it's all right. It's all right at best. I got it too. I think I got this computer a year and a half ago now, and at some point this year, I have to upgrade the GPU. I know that.
Oh, mine's
Because
all
otherwise-
old. Mine's old hardware, dude. I have an old GPU, I think. So but I don't play like newer stuff on PC.
See,
so
I need it for processing, so that's about it. But otherwise, I'm like, people are like, "Oh, consoles are stupid. You're me." PC Master Race, like that douchebag on the other side of the screen. But see, again, when it comes to playing on a console, it just plays. You never have to worry about that nonsense. You pop in your game, for those of us who still have physical discs, and you just play it.
It's convenient, I understand, but like a game like Doom is, I couldn't imagine playing Doom on a controller.
I
But
always do.
it's
Pop in your
fine.
keyboard and mouse. You can, PlayStation and Xbox both have keyboard and mouse compatibility,
which
so
is nice.
I
they
still,
needed to do that
I'm
a
still
while
going to
ago,
use
but-
my Pro controllers because I have 1,000 hertz Hall effect sticks and mechanical buttons.
Oh man, I have mechanical buttons on my keyboard.
Yeah, but
What's your point?
mine's
And this-
faster.
and
1,000
this.
hertz. I have a 2,000 hertz controller,
these.
but that's actually for PC too. So,
This
but
is
yeah,
a
my
very
Xbox
expensive
controllers.
gaming knife. Gaming
Gaming
mouse.
knife?
Yeah, it's very
I've got a
expensive
very expensive gaming knife. No, it's not. This is like $8 at Walmart.
Yeah.
I do have a knife somewhere around here. I don't know, a bigger one. It's a sword. No, that's in the other room. So, but it could be a gaming knife. What if they came out with gaming peripherals that were weapons, like actual weapons? Like you
How would that work,
attach a blade to your Joy-Con and you swing it around? That would be fun.
Yeah. Great idea for the kids.
Exactly. That's who you market it to. Thank you.
Yes.
See? Marketing genius over here.
I know.
And
I
now
just-
let's talk about Ninja Gaiden 4. Wait,
I-
can we talk about
just
Ninja
wanna-
Gaiden 4?
A little bit. I just
Briefly.
thought of something though. Did PlayStation it feels like they abandoned PlayStation VR 2. I keep forgetting it exists.
Well,
I
they
did a
said
video
that
on that like
because-
months ago, and people were like, "No, there's more coming out. There's more coming out." I'm like, "Name it, name it." There was like 2 games, and they're just like,
Yeah. Well, it was too
Yeah.
expensive. Isn't it the price of a PS5? Like,
"Yeah,
I don't want. Yeah, that's not worth it in my
And
eyes.
and you can go and get yourself a newer Meta headset, and they're like $400, dude. And
I
has
think Dave's
augmented
asking you a
reality and
question.
everything.
Nick."
Yes, it does. It's in the staple of history, my friend.
See, I just a PC is for work. Consoles are for video games, for fun. I can't sit at a desk like this where I do my work all day and play a video game this close, and it's not fun. It's not relaxing. I like to sit on my brand new couch or my nice chair out there and just relax, lay out, stretch out with a controller, and then just, you know, life is good when you're just sitting there going. And I'm not doing anything competitive, so who gives a crap about speeds for headshots and all that other.
Trust me, I mean, I get it. I use my Steam Deck on my TV, dude, and it's nice. Or in my bedroom, it's nice. It's just you're just chilling. It's nice to play with a controller.
So what controller have you been using, by the way?
For I've been using actually the PlayStation 5 controller recently.
For the
Steam Deck.
when you're playing it on your Steam Deck on your TV?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's one thing I was wondering about. We'll get into this in the side quest. I'll ask you guys later. But what else did they talk about that really got everybody hyped besides Ninja Gaiden?
I was genuinely
And Doom.
surprised. I was genuinely surprised by Expedition 33. I really was.
It looks
It
really
looks pretty
good.
cool. It looks
and it's from
creative.
a French developer.
It looks creative, innovative, different. I was really
Turn-based.
surprised by it. That as well, and the world and the creativity of like the creatures and the style. I really dig it. I didn't think this would be something I'd be interested in whatsoever. And then they showed this and I watched it and I'm like, this is really cool. Really neat concept.
See,
Really
I
neat
remember when they first showed it off, I was like, okay. But when they showed this one, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it. And I get what the whole developer direct is to let you know a little more about the developers. I'm like, I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap that you're French. I don't give a crap where you. I don't give a crap. Is the game going to be good? Is there no awful politics in it? No terrible narratives? Is it just a good game? Done. Sign me up.
I'm watching.
I want those.
amazing.
I'm tired of playing games that, that are just full of crap. Just give me a good game. Hence Ninja Gaiden Black 2, Ninja Gaiden, and Doom: The Dark Ages.
Watching the gameplay. It looks
Yeah.
interesting.
It's impressive, dude. Like story wise, like how they explained it, like how they gotta like stop them from dying. I
Music
don't know.
sounds
It
really
just
good too.
Jam Wilson 98, thank you, makes a really good point. Did you see the voice cast? No, I did not. Did you, D-Man?
let me look it up. He says Ben Starr's in it.
I don't know who that is.
He is Clive, Final Fantasy 16.
Okay. So,
Let's
and
see.
since they've kind of destroyed all the good turn-based games and they've made everything action because people don't have the attention span of a nitwit,
Hey, Persona's good.
they can't deal with it.
I think that it was like how Final Fantasy's been.
Whoa,
doing that.
Charlie
It was
Cox
good.
is in it? That's cool. He's one of
Really?
the main characters. He's Gustave, one of the main characters. Wow, that's cool as heck.
Really? So Daredevil's in it.
Yeah, yeah. Jennifer English. Who is she? Why don't I recognize her?
That name
She's
sounds
one of the-
familiar.
Let me. I'll look this up.
So that is going to be one of those games that I'm definitely, if it's going to be on Game Pass, yes, I'll play it on Game Pass. So yeah,
Fair.
and if I decide, hey, I want it, the only problem is I'm really looking forward to getting these games, and these are games I'd want in my collection, but then they're on Game Pass, so
This Expedition 33 game, I'm probably gonna get a physical copy of.
on PlayStation.
Yeah,
That's a dang shame because Xbox is like, hey, look at all these Xbox games. I'll buy them on PlayStation.
Oh, they got Andy Serkis in here too.
Oh wow. He's going to be at MegaCon.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, is that the guy who always does like?
He's the king of
Smeagol
motion
always-
capture.
Smeagol.
Yeah, motion capture king.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, him.
My precious.
Yeah, he's good. He puts
And
a lot of
it's
effort.
it's a $50 game. Wow, that's
it?
also impressive.
That's it?
That- I know it's crazy that we're saying 50s. That's it nowadays. That's sweet.
Isn't that
What do
a
you get?
dang
How long is
shame?
the game? 15,
And it's-
20 hours?
And it's $50, not full price. Remember when $50 was full
What's
price?
full price? Yeah.
I know you were old enough for PS2 era, and even the Wii era had $50 games.
Actually, yeah, I remember. I mean, I remember it. I might not have been buying them myself, but
Yeah, but
I
you're
remember it.
still old enough to at least know when you went in the store you could see a $50 game.
Absolutely. Well,
And
was
that's
Wii-
funny because
was
that's
Wii
when
U
games
50?
went down in price.
I think Wii U might have been 50 before $60 hit. Was it?
No, I think
Or
Wii U
just
had $60 games, didn't they? I don't know. Maybe they were 50.
on.
I know they were 60 on the Switch. So, but yeah. John says, yeah, it's going to be on Game Pass. So, yeah.
Some people are saying to expect around 30 plus hours of a main game.
I'm paying the full price for it. I'm not playing it on Game Pass. They got my money this when I watched that. I was just like,
So-
this looks so different and so cool.
I miss good turn-based games. one of the last great ones outside of Final Fantasy X that was really different was Lost Odyssey, and we haven't seen anything like that. You know, the Persona games, they're turn-based. Yeah, I would say they're turn-based.
But they're really, really long, and like
yeah.
there's a lot of non-action areas without the turn-based stuff, you know. So those are kind of harder for a lot of people to get through, I guess. You know,
especially those of us that are a bit older that don't have the time to sink into it because of
I don't have
life.
the time, man.
So lately, I've realized that I love RPGs. I just don't have the time to invest into them because I'll do everything and then I'll finally sit down. I'm like, what was I doing here? So if I'm playing games like Asphalt Legends or like I said, any of my retro games, especially beat 'em ups and stuff like that, or the Poe and Monroe stuff like that, I can go, oh, this is what happened. Oh, I played a little bit here, a little bit there. You know, that's fine. The beat 'em ups like Shredder's Revenge or Streets of Rage 4,
and those are
the games I play quite often. Contra, Operation
they're good
Beluga.
quick fixes. They're good quick fixes, you know. And like, okay, so like, you know, the one, well, It Takes Two, I think, is about a 10-hour game, 12-hour game, which isn't too bad. And you could play it, you know, you don't have to, you know, there's save states and stuff like that.
Have you guys played Unraveled or Unraveled
Yes,
2?
I played both of them. I really enjoyed
that's what It Takes Two remind me of.
Yeah, and even with Unravel's a really short game, but it's enjoyable, and I know what I can, if I can get a really, even if it's a 5-hour game, you like, I'm a big like side-scrolling platformer kind of puzzle solve. That's why Life of Lana is really, really good, and Somerville was great, was cool. Weird. Somerville was weird, but in a really good way. I like those games a lot. That's why Limbo and Inside is like one of my favorite games ever. I play Inside, I think, like once or twice a year, every year.
Why don't you play Outside?
I do for work, so.
Oh, okay.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, you see, I actually made clips this week.
It's perfect, dude. I love them.
So don't worry, I'll add more because it makes it fun. Makes it fun. So yeah,
Undertale was less than 5 hours.
Undertale's good.
I could not get into Undertale, dude. I felt like I was just playing a storybook.
And you know what's funny? I know this is all off topic, but you see how I've been adding those little videos? I got one for Super Chat. So if someone decides to Super Chat, there's a special one. There's a special one for the first Super Chatter of the night. And I will add special ones depending on what people Super Chat, because, you know, they do that in side scrollers. I'm like, maybe I should do that to reward people for Super Chatting. So
if Undertale is a 5-hour game, I should maybe just finish it.
It's got like 3 endings.
Yeah,
I just installed Tales of Grace's F Remastered. I just picked that up. I shouldn't say pick that up. I picked it up last week. I had a Best Buy certificate, and I'm like, oh, I can get it for cheap. All right, so that's why I bought it.
I have 58 minutes in Undertale. So if it's really only 4 more hours, I'll finish it. I was just like, it's been a while since I played it, so
I'm
I'll give
looking
it a second chance.
I'm looking at the media gallery for Expedition 33, and it's just like, it's so gorgeous looking, man.
Can you share it?
I might be able to. Let's see.
So it's funny that everybody's been talking about Ninja Gaiden, Doom. And they were like, oh yeah, this game looks cool, but Ninja Gaiden, Doom.
Well, how are you supposed to compete with a game with 2 of those games?
Oh wow.
You know? I mean, those are pretty big like licensed titles, man. Doom and Ninja Gaiden, you're talking about, you know.
Dude, so like the creature that you play as, it can transform into like the enemies that you fight, and you can use it in battle. Like, that's so cool.
See, the thing is, for a $50 game, like,
wild,
and it's on Game Pass.
Wow,
how are they going to make back the money? I mean, this tells you something. If this AA game can look this good and be this ambitious and only cost $50, what are the AAA studios doing wrong? What's Rockstar doing wrong? What's EA doing wrong? What's Ubisoft doing wrong? Oh, making garbage that nobody wants.
Yeah. I hadn't even heard I hadn't even heard of this game before this thing actually, and then I was just like, "Huh, wow, you guys just blew me away."
And the guy's got like an epic mustache.
He really
Thank you.
does.
Oh, come on! I can't. if I put my hair down a little, get it gray, huh?
Well, you actually
Gustave,
do look. Yeah, go back to that
Huh?
guy. You kind of look like him.
huh? That concerned,
See? Yeah, actually, yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
right?
Now go to the next guy. No, that's Verso. Go to the next one. Oh yeah, you when you get older.
Yep,
You when you have to take a hot poop.
yep.
You got all that fire coming out of somewhere. You when you wake up in the morning after work, long night of work,
My gosh, yeah.
and then go to the next one. Oh yeah, there you go. That's Nick right there.
Yeah.
You are Gustav. Gustav?
I think more of the first guy.
Gustave?
but
I
whatever.
don't know.
No, I like Gustav. So yeah, there's Nick. There's Nick. So yeah. What is it? Okay. Apparently, D-Man be like, there you go.
What else do we have here? I
So,
think
wait,
it's just story
is she
stuff.
was that a chick from the 1920s? Wow. Okay. Baguette
Here's the
trailer.
collector's edition. That's right.
Son of a!
Did you forget that was a thing?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I guess I missed it. That looks
Yep.
so
Yeah, I clicked
cool.
on it.
What is it like? Some sort of obelisk type thing?
Yeah,
like, what's
that's
going
what it
on
looks
here?
like.
Yeah.
Son of a! And I would get it on
Feel fun.
PlayStation as
Yeah. And it looks like you also, because they're smart, you get the physical game disc and the steel book, which I love when companies do that.
I love that they're going back to this. They
Yes.
realize, wait, people don't like this stupid code in a box thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, that is so silly, dude. You get a
Ugh.
physical box, and then they give you a piece of paper with a code, and you don't even get like an instruction booklet or anything in there.
You get a music box. It says
Wait,
hand-painted resin.
It says
monolith
pre-order at
music.
GameStop, but what if they're not around by then?
Yeah. Right? And
Like
just-
all the ones in my area closed. There's 2 near me. One is like, I think about 9 miles away, and the other one is like 14 miles away.
Ooh.
So I'm like, it's just I either have to order it online, or God forbid, drive out to, and of course the one that's further away is the nicer one. But, sheesh. Oh, I want that. April 24th, 5 days before my wife's birthday. Maybe I can get it for me for her birthday.
I don't
No?
think there's anything else. I think that's it. But man, does that look cool.
Yeah, I want that.
Absolutely. I'm like,
Oh,
I already
but
did
then-
Doom. So.
But then we got Doom, what, 2 weeks later?
Something like that? Less than a month? What's the release date on this game? April 24th.
It said April 24th.
Yeah, that's only a few weeks between the two.
Oh, I think that's why they made it so short, so you have enough time to beat it before Doom comes out. Oh
So-
man, I like Doom, but that game
Yeah.
looks really. You know, this game
looks
is giving me Lost Odyssey vibes.
It's different. This is what more AAA companies should be doing.
And this is a double A. This is a double A game.
Yeah, that shocks me. Like, it's different, it's creative, it's innovative. It looks like it's going to have really good storytelling, good gameplay, good characters. I don't see this is going to be up for Game of the Year. This is going to be up for Game of the Year.
We'll see. We'll see, because it depends on how the game ends and whether or not the story is it's actually a satisfying story, because you could have the best gameplay, the best visuals, but if the story just blows, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's something you haven't. I mean,
It doesn't
seems
look like there's any
pretty
politics, so it
different
looks
than
good.
than your normal kind of story. So I'm rooting for it. See what happens.
So I'm assuming every year the 33 goes down to like 32, then 31. and their mission is it says destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again.
Huh.
Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints upon her monolith, paints her cursed number, and everyone of that age turns to smoke and fades away. Year by year, that number ticks down, and more of us are erased. Tomorrow she'll wake up, paint 33. Tomorrow we depart on our mission, destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again. Neat.
I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
that just it's different and it looks freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's for dang sure.
the thing is, I know I'm gonna pace myself, like I was saying before, on
Yeah.
what games I get because I actually want to
Right.
play the games I buy this year.
Mhm.
Because the last few years, I bought 200 games. I played like 4 of them.
You know what sucks too is like this game comes out on April 24th. I thought I'd have a little bit more time. I'm only going to have like a month with Monster Hunter before this game drops, which is a chunk of time, but
Right.
I put hundreds of hours into Monster Hunter, man. So
But
it's like,
that's the thing. Monster Hunter is going to be that game you'll go back to.
yeah.
You'll
Oh, yeah.
continue playing it,
Yep.
especially if you're playing it with friends. Doom, no multiplayer. So once you're done, you're done. This
Yep.
one is a 30-hour turn-based RPG. Once you're done, you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
what else are we really getting?
Can maybe get
We
it.
don't know
Gaiden 4.
anything. Yeah, that's in the fall, so that's cool.
And then
And
everything
then
else is Nintendo.
Everything else is Nintendo as of right now, unless PlayStation says something.
Yeah, but there's nothing that Sony could put out right now that'll make me go, "Oh, I have to buy that game." Like,
I mean, for me, it depends on what Wolverine looks like.
you haven't seen any of the early stuff? It looks
I didn't want to see the leaks.
it's terrible. Like, and it's Insomniac, and Insomniac is infested with, well, you know. So yeah. So I'm just like, yeah. Look,
mean,
look
I
what
like-
they did with
I
the
like the
difference between
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
games,
and Spider-Man
so-
2. Yeah, but the first one didn't have it. Apparently, Spider-Man 1 was majority a different team than Spider-Man 2 was. So, but we'll see. I don't really know. It's all about, even if Wolverine does come out this year, I have a feeling it's going to be 2026. I have a feeling a lot of these games are going to be next year.
I'm okay with
So-
that just because the Switch 2. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that because of the Switch 2.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
And if
with
the
me.
Switch 2 comes out, it's all going to be all the Nintendo first party games. That's what I'm
fine.
going to buy, and I'm like, hey, screw everything else for the rest of the remainder of the year. It's all Nintendo stuff. So,
fine by me.
what's funny, because no, we're done with all that. Now we're going to go on the complete side quest.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nintendo, do you guys collect amiibos?
I have
I have like 70
quite a bit.
something. I have a lot.
Besides about maybe 2 or 3, I think I'm going to sell all of mine.
I have like 24-ish, 26 of them.
They've been collecting dust, and the only game I've ever used them on were Zelda games. So I've got a ton from Smash Brothers, from Monster Hunter, from Fire Emblem, from Metroid.
Mine are on
and from
nice
Zelda.
displays, dude. I
So
bought
I have mine on beautiful displays,
Yeah.
and then I just took them all down, put them in a drawer, replaced those shelves that had the amiibos with actual game statues. I have Silent Hill. I have Resident Evil. I have the Licker. I have from Silent Hill. I have the nurse. I have the Licker from Resident Evil. I have Solid Snake. I have what's her name? Mikado, not Mikado. From Street Fighter 3, the ninja chick. I'm brain farting on her name. Yuri?
Makoto.
No, Yuri, the one who throws the kunai. From Street Fighter 3.
But that's
It's
Makoto,
not Yuri.
dude.
That's not Yuri.
No, Makoto's the one who's the karate one.
And it's not Sakura.
Yuki?
No, it's not Sakura.
Chat, help us out here. Street Fighter 3. Ibuki.
Ibuki. That's what I meant.
Ibuki.
You're right. Makoto is
Yeah.
the girl. Yeah, it's Ibuki. You're right. You're
And
right.
then I have a Chun-Li and a Cammy statue. And yeah, I'm like,
I might get. I've thought about getting
Yeah.
the Chun-Li Street Fighter 6 statue. It's not that
No.
expensive. They have a nice one.
No, these aren't amiibos. These are actual statues. Most of them are about that big. And I just took the 2 shelves that I had that had amiibos on them, took all the amiibos off. I gave my wife the little shelves because I was actually using clear spice racks to put them all on, and they fit perfectly. So she ended up using one of them for her Pikachu display, and then the other one she's going to put in the cabinet because she needed a second spice rack. I'm like, there you go. So I changed everything up, and it it looks much nicer than having a bunch of these little amiibos. So
I'm looking up Silent Hill action figures. You can get a really nice one by Figma for $30. And then there's a collector's one that's rare, I guess. It doesn't even look good. That doesn't even look as good as the $30 one.
I have a sealed gold Mario.
$120?
I have a sealed gold Mario amiibo signed by Charles Martinet.
Oh, that's amazing.
nice.
That you got to keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't the gold Mario the Smash Mario? Or is it the
That's the gold. Just it's a regular Super Mario
Yeah,
one.
I have the gold
Okay.
one, but it's Japanese.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't have any of those.
That's a cool cover.
The special ones I have I should say the expensive ones are the Metroid the Metroid ones, not the ones from oh crap, what was the one? Return of Samus. The Return of Samus ones, the ones that are like extremely rare. Those are the only ones that I would say are my most expensive ones. Otherwise, I have the Sephiroth, I have the Sora, I have the Cloud, I have the Terry, I have the Belmonts and the Richter. All those too. So I'm like, eh.
Also, my buddy got me this.
They
Sorry.
just
my blue screen is cropping it out, but it's Star Fox
Chroma key,
SNEX,
yeah,
SNEX
nice.
that's cool.
complete in box, and this
That's
beautiful
cool.
beast right
I'm
here.
a
dude.
sucker for Famicom and Super Famicom and Japanese. Nice.
That's cool.
Dude, you could even smell the Japanese ink in the instruction booklet. I love this because I also have a complete in box of the American version as well.
That I did buy. I do have that, but I have a number of CIB Japanese Super Famicom and Nintendo 64. I actually would buy them at MegaCon, so I'm looking forward to going to
I'm assuming
MegaCon.
Logan, you're getting WWE 2K25. They literally just 30 minutes ago. They just hang on. They literally just revealed this.
Oh, because it's Monday night. I gotta watch Raw tonight. Bye guys. Bye guys. Oh,
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
learning
No,
tree.
the covers. The covers. They
Yeah,
got
well,
the,
I know they announced it earlier today. Oh,
I shared the
with
screen.
the Undertaker.
The regular cover. Yeah, that was one of them. But here's
Yeah,
the
I'm
regular
gonna get the Undertaker edition.
cover. Well,
Okay.
they also just made this one, the Bloodline edition cover, which that's pretty cool looking too.
It's cool, but I'm not a fan of the Bloodline.
Undertaker. Yeah.
Yeah, I want the.
That's
Can
pretty
you
neat, though.
scroll? Wait, which version is that? It's just called the Bloodline edition.
Bloodline edition. Yeah, they don't have the Undertaker one here.
Yeah, I reposted the Undertaker one on
Yeah.
Instagram.
That's pretty cool.
So okay.
So we
but
should
yeah,
be
I'm
seeing
gonna
that
get-
game soon too.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting that on. The last one I got on PS5. The only thing that sucks, you can't carry your creator wrestler from one to the next. So what I've been doing for the last 2 years, I would boot up one, take all the pictures of the moves, and then go when I create the character in 24. I did from 23 to 24. I would just reference the create a character move list that I took the pictures of and then just plug them in so I have the same exact character. Because creating a character in the WWE games just takes forever.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun. So it's not like Nick plays WWE or any wrestling games
Nope.
because you're a loser.
Oh,
Do I have
Do
anything?
you have an animation for that?
Idiot.
There you go.
That's good.
These are great additions. These are great additions.
Yeah, I only have.
Are you able to utilize your
1,
Steam
2,
Deck
3.
or your Stream Deck for that?
Well, I was actually looking it up before we got on tonight, and I couldn't figure out how to do it with the Stream Deck, and I was getting a little frustrated. So I was like, okay, I'll sit and I'll watch more videos later to figure out how to do it.
Yeah,
but I
'cause
do
then
have
you
my
make little
Stream Deck.
thumbnails and titles for it on there and everything, and boom, it's a button. I overpriced. Stream Decks are extremely overpriced,
Yep,
but they're convenient and they're nice.
I got mine on sale, so even on sale, I think it's rather pricey, but it's worth it. I think I got mine for like 110, 115, but it was
Yeah.
I think 150.
I mean, dude, these things probably cost, I'm not gonna lie, like $10 to make, dude. That's how much
Sadly, you're
these things-
probably right.
yeah, they're making a killing off of these things.
Yeah, which button? Which one do you have? The 15,
Yeah,
the regular one?
Yeah, the
I
15
like.
button.
I was like, the XL's cool, but not for $250.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
Just make an extra pages, dude. On your
Yep, that's
15,
what I
you're
have.
You're perfectly fine.
yeah. So, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep adding these each and every week. So there you go. That Jam thinks it's kind of funny. So see Jam, you would be using the member exclusive emojis. There are plenty
I
of.
can only imagine.
See, I'm waiting to. I think I just need one more member, so I can get a Pickle D man, Pickle D,
Jeez.
Pickle. I don't know what I'm gonna title it. D man's Pickle. I don't. Because we
Yeah,
got
but-
Pickle Nick, and then we got Pickle Gabe. But I think Pickle Nick sounds really good, and then the next one will be titled D man's Pickle. So. See, yeah, look, there are all of them. So I do have the face palming shadow, and that's what we see here. So that's why. But is there anything else you guys would like to talk about? We know that Nick has to call it a night.
I'm going straight to bed.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yes,
That's
100%.
what she said.
See, I need to make a that's what she said a little clip like
Yep,
that.
a clip. Yep.
So, but yeah, I've got more of them coming. So I think I'm like waiting for the right time, because otherwise I'll just play it and you guys will be like, huh? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I just love that cat. So yeah, I've got plenty more. Don't worry. And that's what happens when you watch too many other podcasts and they have fun with video clips, especially now that StreamYard has allowed to put longer video clips in. It's good. It's really good. I think you can do up to like 3 minutes depending on the size.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, well, we're gonna bring you guys all kinds of fun new features in the Ready to Start podcast for 2025. The only thing that I've realized now, because we no longer do this, and this is something that kind of sucks, since we don't use those. We don't use those anymore. You can't see the flow behind us.
I like the bubbles. What if I just move the flow behind our logo up at the top?
How do you think? I do like the bubbles, but there's just I don't like
This,
that.
I don't like
No.
these bubbles.
No.
See, I like this. It feels like we're sitting on a couch together, kind of, if you think about it.
Fair. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you had the flow behind the top, what do you guys think? Do you think do you think Nick should move the flow, the red flow?
I gotta make a different ship background. I have to relog into StreamYard. I can't use my regular one that I use. But I'll make a special one just for the podcast.
Sweet. You were the one who created the last one.
I mean, here. I don't know. I'll show you guys what my setup is. If I had all my collectibles behind me, it would look great. We have all our stuff. But if here, little sneak peek
No.
into.
There we go.
I'll turn off. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, where did I go?
I don't know where you went.
Huh.
And wow, I disappeared.
You did.
I don't know.
Oh,
It
that's
didn't
cool.
like me. There we
I never
Oh.
seen that.
Yeah, that's
That's cool
all
as
a
heck.
bunch of my stuff. I have a lot more. There's my little gaming setup or my sim racing setup there. So yeah, I mean, I would love to have that behind me and stream like that, but you know, nope. For now, nope. So sorry, the illusion just got ruined for everybody.
I need
saw my-
to add more lights because I'm looking at. I know your setup and I know D-Man's. It's like if the only lights I have are actually behind the shelf, so back there. So I think right now it's blue. So normally it's red, but whatever. So all right, let's go. Let's go back to. There we go. Whoa! It moved us all
Flip
around.
you. There you go.
Do the hokey pokey. All righty. So thank you guys for watching. Do you guys want to shout out or say what you're doing or do anything? Do you have anything special on the horizon before we call it a night? Go ahead, Nick.
Still working on a channel rebrand name, but it'll get there slowly but surely. Something has to click for me to change the title. I don't know.
It's got to click.
It's got to click.
It's got to click. So no matter what, it's going to click. When you get it, it will click.
And it won't enlarge, I promise.
What she said.
There we go.
The best part is how Nick gets such a kick out of it.
They're great,
You
great
laughed
additions.
at every one of these.
Keep making them, dude. Keep making them. I like it. I'm a fan.
So, what about you, D-Man? Are you still going to be streaming Ninja Gaiden?
As long as my internet works properly, yes, I will stream it.
Do you have
100%.
any big videos on the horizon?
Not at the moment, no. I think I'm just gonna be streaming.
Okay.
I don't know. There's not a lot of ideas cooking up at the moment. Maybe soon though.
Well, if you guys want to see something ridiculous, you can watch my latest video, which YouTube has not shown to anybody, and that's me testing out the Wooger Strap 3.
Nice, I'll
when
check
you're
that
wearing
out.
it, you're wooging. I'm like, what am I wooging here? Is that what I'm calling it?
I'll
I
check
don't
that
know.
out. I really want to see that. I really want to see that. So
I will say it's a very niche device, and I was using it with the Xbox. You can use it wirelessly with other devices as well. You can use it with your phone. You can use it when you're running. You can use it with all different things, but this one is that Call of Duty themed one. So of course I was playing Exo Primal with it, but it's interesting. It feels like a very big version of the PlayStation 1 wrist rumbler. So if you guys had ever seen that, I have that. It's just a rumble pack that goes around your wrist, and then it just shakes. So that's about it. And I had it here. I wore it right here. It would it's cool, but I'm like, okay. And it's not like I'm gonna wear it to the gym because there are on their website they have people wearing it in the gym. I'm like, no way. That's like this big thing, this pulsating light. I'm like, what? It's weird, but
Kinda
it's a
stretching
cool
there.
device. It is stretchy too. It does have. So,
I'm saying
but no,
stretching usability and not looking like an ass clown in public.
well, have you ever been to the gym? There's a lot of ass clowns at the gym.
Yeah, that's why I don't go anymore. That's why I have one in the back of my house.
I'm lucky. The gym I'm at, there's like never anybody new. It's all the usual people, and everyone's just chill, and it's cool.
That's another reason I go at midnight to 1. One, the gym's empty. The other night was the most I saw. It was like 32 degrees outside, 33 degrees, and there was 12 people there. The night before, there was like 6. So I like the fact that whatever machine I want to use, I go, hit each machine, hit my reps, I'm out of there in an hour. Sometimes I'm out of there in less because I can get everything done. I don't have to wait. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
So, and that's probably what I'm going to do in about an hour or so. I'm going to go to the gym. I've lost 7 pounds since I've started going to the gym.
That's good.
Do it. Bacardi and Cola, do it. Alrighty. If anything else, thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. That really helps. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this now and you haven't, or if you're watching it later. In the description below, you can hit the link, subscribe to D-Man and Nick's channel, click to enlarge. It's definitely going to help them out. And remember, always come back here every Monday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much. God bless you all. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.
Please, be good to me. Please, keep going. Dad.